Yo, what is up guys, this is Zero here and I'm bringing you a top 10 upcoming MMORPGs of 2016 and 2017. Now this is all just my opinion, so if I missed your game, please leave a comment down below saying what that game is and why you're so excited for it, and maybe I'll go check it out, if I haven't already. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to say that there's a few games on this list that don't have official announcements to be released in the US, so it may be a while. I just really felt like they deserved a spot, and plus I wanted to make this list different than everybody else's, because I've seen a few top 10 lists already for 2016-2017, but they all looked pretty much the same. So I changed it up a bit. Anyways, let's get right into it. In the number 10 spot we have Lost Ark, developed by Tripod and published by Smilegate, utilizing the Unreal Engine. It's an upcoming Korean hack-and-slash MMORPG that resembles Diablo 3 and is probably the closest thing to a free Diablo MMO that we are going to get, at least for a while. The closed beta tests will take place in Korea and China, with the final release still yet to be determined. There is said to be 18 playable characters, all set in a beautiful open world. There is no official announcement for a release in the West, but there was talk about a Western release. So don't be too discouraged. This is what they said. First, we will be launching in the Korean market in 2015. We are going to proceed with the closed beta tests. We are considering launching Lost Ark in the Western market, and the date will be finalized after solidifying the service schedule in Korea. So there's still hope. In the number 9 spot we have Monster Hunter Online, published by Capcom and utilizing the CryEngine. Now I know what you're thinking, but Zero, this probably isn't going to release in the West. And yes, Crytek did state that, but there is, however, an English patch for you to hop on right now and enjoy the game. In all honesty, I think the game really doesn't need an introducing. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what Monster Hunter is. Anyways, it's Monster Hunter in an MMO format, if you didn't already get it by Monster Hunter Online. I definitely recommend hopping on the Chinese version of the game and, well, downloading the English patch, of course, unless you speak Chinese, which is, hey, that's fine. But I really felt like this needed a spot on the list because it's such a great game and I love Monster Hunter so much. I at least wanted to have it in the list, even though it is pretty far in the back. Besides the point, I probably should have put this in the number 10 spot, considering it probably won't come to the West. They never said that it wouldn't. They just said it probably wouldn't. So, I don't know, there's still a sliver of hope. Just a tiny bit. In the number 8 spot we have Dragon's Dogma Online. Published by Capcom, this is the closest thing I could find to a Dark Souls style MMORPG. And I will say Dragon's Dogma is pretty damn fun. If you're a fan of the series, you should definitely look into this one. Thanks to Capcom servers, this game is able to be cross-platform with the PC, PS4, and PS3. It has been a year or so since the original release of Dragon's Dogma Online, but as of just recently, the Japanese company extended the copyright for a Western release of the game, giving the Western MMO players hope again. In the number 7 spot we have Kritika Online. Now this has been in a previous top 10 list of mine, and I even did a first look on it. While getting some really good feedback, the hype around this game was so real, and no surprise due to the game's gorgeous anime style graphics mixed with some intense action combat. But I bet the hype has died down since then, as it should have. The game was showing no signs of releasing in other areas except on the mobile platform. Until recently, they have announced they were releasing in Southeast Asian countries. So again, there might be a little bit of hope. In the number 6 spot, we have Civilization Online, developed by XL Games, the same company that made ArcAge, and published by 2K Games. Unlike other Civilization games, in this you will create your own unique avatar, then choose one of the factions to fight for. All players will help take their faction from the Stone Age to the Space Age. It is currently in closed beta in Korea, with the release date for the West still to be announced. In the number 5 spot, we have Moonlight Blade. Now, most of you have probably never heard of this one, and there's a reason for that. It is a Chinese MMO and was originally launched in closed beta on June 30th of 2014. This game is published by Tencent, and the developers actually worked with movie makers to give this game a movie-like martial arts combat system, which you can definitely see that they did a good job judging by this trailer. Unfortunately, there is no announcement for a Western release. However, there are plenty of players begging for a release in other regions, and if we keep that up, we may just get what we want. But if you are really impatient and have to play this game right away, there is an English patch available. In the number 4 spot, we have Dark and Light. This game is a massive sandbox MMORPG and has been in development since 2004. While going through different phases, this version of the game is brought through the beautiful Unreal Engine 4. With a 40,000 square kilometer world, things from weather to the environment will have a big impact on the player, as the game is based around gathering, crafting, housing, PvP, and much more. We don't quite know the Western release date for this one, as it hasn't been announced, but I will definitely do a first look when it releases. In the 3rd spot on our list, we have Crowfall, developed by Artcraft and is described as a throne war simulator. The developer's goal was to make a mix between an action combat MMO and a real-time strategy game. After the Kickstarter campaign ended on March 26, 2015, they had a total of $1,766,205 raised, passing its original goal of just $800,000. But as of June 2016, the game's total funds have shot up to $7,210,680. The release date is still to be announced, but I know damn well as soon as this game releases, I'm going to do a first look on it, so stay tuned. In the 2nd spot on our list, we have Star Citizen, another game that doesn't really need a description. But if you live under a rock, this game is probably the most ambitious game ever to begin creation. Holding the record for the highest funded indie game to be kickstarted, this is a massive space simulator in which you can explore other planets, battle in space, or on the ground in FPS mode. If this game is completed, it may go down as the best video game to ever be created. The game's crowdsourced funding surpassed $110 million in March of 2016, with the amount of money still rising. And finally, my number one pick for this list is Revelation Online, developed by NetEase and published by My.com. Now I know what you're thinking, but Zero, this is nowhere near as good as Star Citizen. And like I said, this is a game that I'm most excited for. Star Citizen does look amazing, but will take a while for the game to be completed, whereas Revelation Online pretty much already is. The beta is set to be released at the end of 2016 or early 2017. Alright guys, that wraps up this list, and I would like to throw in some honorable mentions. Chronicles of Illyria, Camelot Unchained, Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen, Pantheon, my bad, Bless Online, and that's pretty much it. I apologize if those did not make it to the list, or if I missed one of your games and that didn't make it to the list. These are just the games that I'm most excited for. I cannot stress that enough. This is not fact by any means. These are just my opinion. So don't take them as fact. And that's pretty much it, guys. Leave a like and comment if you enjoyed. I spent countless hours trying to get this out as fast as possible, and that didn't quite work. This video was supposed to come out yesterday, and yeah. Anyways, I spent every bit of free time that I had working on this video, so if you did enjoy, please leave a like and comment. It's been Zero, guys. Peace out.